Hey guys, Antonio here and welcome to ReviewTube. Now, just recently I've been watching a lot of microphone review videos, budget suggestions, beginner videos and so on, and I'm surprised because I haven't seen a lot of people review this microphone, the Neewer NW-700. I've been using this microphone for quite a while now and I've been nothing but amazed by it. So I thought I'd give you my opinion on why I think this is currently the best option or best future-proof, let's say, option, and why I think you should get it and start with this microphone instead of the other ones. So with all of that said, let's start a review.
I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.
So if you check Amazon right now, you can get three options with this microphone. You can get just the microphone, you can get the microphone with the microphone stand, and the microphone with an articulating arm stand. Now I have both stands and my review will be covering both of them, even though I don't have the articulating arm stand right here with me right now. But I've used it, I liked it, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on it. I just don't have it right now with me because I prefer the microphone stand option. So let's take a look inside of the package. So taking a look inside of the package that you just got, you can obviously find the microphone, the stand that you chose to buy, so either the articulating arm one or the regular microphone stand. You can find two different mounting options. You can use the regular microphone mount, so that's just the mount where you put the microphone in and it just stands there, or this one, which is the shock mount. This reduces a bit of noise that's produced by the stand, so whether by moving it or hitting it or vibrations that come through the stand, so that helps a bit. And two different noise reduction options. You can either use the foam wing cup, which you put over the microphone if you want to use the microphone outside, or you can use this, which is the pop filter, which reduces the noise produced by the p, b sounds and so on. As you can see, this is already sounding like a pretty good option. In one package, you get all these different mounting options, different stands, noise reduction options, and for someone that's just starting out and doesn't know what they need or what they want to use, this is a pretty good deal because it covers everything. If you look at Amazon right now, I'm sure you can find shock mounts that are more expensive than this whole package, but we don't need that. We're just starting out. You need a microphone that you want to use that you can just put together in obviously less than 10 minutes because it's really simple, just screws everything in and you can start using it, and that's it. That's perfect for beginners and perfect for people that don't know what they need to start out. So great option. A thing to keep in mind is that this microphone has to be used with an 18-volt phantom power. What that means is that between the microphone and the recording device, or the recording device itself, has to provide 18 volts of current. So you can either have an external power supply, like I do, you can buy an external recorder like the Zoom H series from 1 to 6, or you can have a mixer, which not a lot of people have, but that's also an option if you already have one. Now, I do realize that all of this sounds like a complicated mess and like a major drawback for using this microphone, but I'll get back to it in a second and explain why I think this is a good thing and not a bad one, right after I tell you about the build quality and overall appearance of this microphone. So if you're subscribed to my channel, I think you'll notice in the future reviews that I absolutely love Neewer products. Now, this is not a sponsored video, but I think that they provide awesome build quality and awesome sound quality in their products for a great price, and this is no exception. So this goes for both microphone stands. Everything from the bottom to the top is made out of aluminum. Honestly, there is only a few things that are made of plastic and everything seems super durable and high quality. Both stands are super sturdy and rock solid. They don't shake, they don't wiggle around when you use them. If you walk around and they stay still. The shock mount is one of my favorite things about this microphone. It reduces a lot of noise coming from the vibrations through the stand, and if you're a very hand speaking person like I am, you tend to hit things and shake stuff around the microphone, and the microphone doesn't pick anything of that up, which is amazing. So that's a good thing to have on. The pop filter, again, if you speak like me, blowing a lot of air out of your mouth and occasionally spitting on the microphone, this thing is going to prevent that and make it sound even cleaner and make it so that you don't ruin your microphone and short circuit it with your spit. Now, in my opinion, I don't think there's a need for an audio test because all you've been listening to so far is from this microphone. So, for example, this is how the microphone in my camera sounds. It sounds terrible and you can't use it nothing but scratch audio. Now, this is how the microphone sounds and the thing that you've been listening to for this whole review. But since I understand that this is a microphone review and you'd like me to read something out for you, I've found something and I'll read it to you so you can hear what it sounds like. I'll take you to the candy shop. I will let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa. I'll take you to the candy shop. Yeah. Boy, one taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got. Keep going till you hit the spot. You could have it your way. How do you want it? You gonna bag that thing? I cannot fucking... So yeah, I think you get a pretty good idea of what the microphone sounds, and I hope you like the sound because I absolutely love it, and I think for the production quality of us beginner YouTubers is more than enough. So let's get back to the phantom power question just for a second. To summarize it, this microphone cannot be plugged straightly into your laptop or smartphone for recording because, simply put, the devices that we use don't put out the power that this microphone needs. For example, a regular 3.5mm audio jack probably outputs 5 volts, while this microphone needs 18 volts. So obviously this microphone needs another power supply to run it. Take my setup for example. I have the microphone, one cable running from the microphone into my power supply, and then from the power supply into my laptop, where I record my audio using Audacity. So let's go over the pros and cons of that setup, and the only bad thing that I can think of is that you have quite a lot of cables to think about before you start recording. So you have roughly 5 cables that you have to plug in, make sure that they're plugged in before you start recording, and that can be a hassle sometimes. Going over everything, checking that, it can take up some of your time, or the cable might not be plugged in correctly and you might be not recording without even realizing. So now for the pros of this setup. Now it might not be obvious immediately, but having to buy an external power supply is actually a good thing. Because if you plan on staying in this game for a long time, if you plan on upgrading your microphone in the future, getting an external power supply is a good thing. Because every professional microphone that's more expensive than this one needs external power supply. For example, you have the Rode VideoMic Pro. It doesn't need an external power supply, but it does need batteries, which is a form of power supply. Now, every other desktop setup or shotgun microphone that's XLR type is going to need an external power supply, not the battery ones. So to summarize the whole video and the phantom power question, let me say this. I would definitely recommend this microphone, and this microphone is definitely for you if you want a relatively cheap microphone that sounds good, and if you plan on buying a better microphone in the future. Because in that case, you can keep everything that you just bought and you just have to replace the microphone, which means you can keep the pop filter, the shock mount, the XLR cables, the power supply, everything. You don't have to change any of that because all of the microphones are compatible with that. You just have to buy a new microphone, which is excellent because that means that you don't have to spend another dollar or euro or whatever your currency is on anything else other than the microphone. And you can focus your budget more precisely, more towards your goals and more towards the microphone that you want to use one day. So that's a good thing. But if you plan on using this microphone, or you need a microphone for just a quick period of time, you don't plan on upgrading in the future, then maybe there are some better options. But I still think if you have the money for this option, which is, I don't know, around £40 or $50, I think this is a great option to start with and a great option to future-proof your sound setup for your videos, music, and everything else. So in the end, I'm basically leaving it up to you to decide whether this microphone is good for you or not. If you have the money, I say go for it. I haven't regretted one euros spent on this setup because I just set it up, I leave it like that, and whenever I need it, it's ready. I can just record. I need to set up my camera, and that's it. It's good for recording, for example, guitar and vocals if you're into music and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. If you have the money, go get it. You're not going to regret it, and that's it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. I apologize for the slightly not so great quality of the setup and the video, but I'm still getting settled into my university room and I still have to set up my setup. So yeah, I definitely need to work on that. You can follow me on my social media if you want. The links will be on the screen right now. You can go on my Amazon page and click that this review has been helpful for you, which helps me a lot, and it takes about 3 seconds to do it. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you in my next video, and this is getting repetitive. See ya.